And so I was checking my messages, and I get a lot of messages from a lot of targeted people, and it dawned on me, like, really, that I should discuss the different phases of becoming on remote neural monitoring, and the different psychological effects. Now, I just thought about this like a minute ago, and I was like, you know what, let me make a video about this. It's a little more seasonably cool here in Atlanta, so that's good. It really shouldn't be 90 degrees in the middle of October, but it seems like it has been. So it's more seasonably cool now, and it feels good out here. So I can recall looking through my videos, and way before, this has been going on before I started doing YouTube, and even before I started doing the SoundClouds. I started doing them in 2016, and this actually started in like maybe a couple of things happened in like 2014, and then 2015 things really started happening. In 2016 it just blew up, complete full-fledged artificial telepathy, EMF broadcast, everything. So I was going through some of my old videos, and it's really crazy, like, when you first start hearing people. In my case, I knew the people that I was hearing. I knew some of them. So I started hearing these people talking to me, and I was trying to figure out what was going on and how everything worked. And I was making some videos back then, and I can recall one particular video where I was really flaking out. All right, and I wasn't making them for YouTube, but I'm gonna go back, and I never would have posted this video, but I mean, because it really makes me look like a lunatic. But and I'm sure they'll probably use it against me, but I want to post it anyway to give everybody an idea of how it was for me when I first started to hear people artificial telepathic, and became aware of the broadcasts and these type of things. So I'm going to post the video, and I believe my credibility is in good standing now, and I don't have to worry about that, but maybe I do. I just really don't care. I got enough videos out here explaining what's going on, and everybody can see that I'm calm about things, and I'm trying to keep a level head, and I understand what to do about it. Now, at first, it's very difficult because you don't know where the sound is coming from, because they can make it come from wherever they want to. In my case, the first thing I started hearing was the EMF broadcast that I'm not supposed to hear, and it was dispersing through different things, like electrical motors of my air conditioning system and water faucets and things of that nature. So that was before they actually turned anybody on artificial telepathy for me to be able to talk back and forth with, just like a normal conversation, if you want to call it that. But before that happened, I was hearing the broadcast dispersing through things, and I was actually recording it, because what you record, it's much easier to record the EMF broadcast, and that's what you really don't hear out loud. It's the subliminal things that are coming to you on a subconscious level. It's the people that are connected to you that are broadcasting to you subsequently from being connected to you. And they don't have the settings activated to where you're supposed to be able to communicate back and forth with them. But in that situation, those are the more recordable type of things. So I can be sitting here talking to Guy Smiley the Gang Stalker or somebody, and recording at the same time, and what I record might be Emily or somebody different, because she's connected to me and it's recording this EMF broadcast. But and I've recorded some of the stuff where I'm talking directly with them, but it seems to be much more difficult to record that. So, and I don't know why, and I'm still trying to figure out. It's got to be the wavelength, the type of waves that it's embedded into. And I say embedded because, say for instance, you've heard me make the example of different people have different frequencies, okay? Just like a different cell phone has a different frequency, and you don't hear my cell phone calls and I don't hear yours. And You know, if you're listening to V103 here in Atlanta, you don't hear Hot 97 because, I mean, Hot 107 because they're on different frequencies, okay? But in that frequency, okay, if you listen to V103 on your radio, you don't hear other stations, but what you do hear is music, okay? And the music is at many different frequency levels, okay? You're hearing, you got bass thumping in the trunk, you got trebles and snares clapping and all kinds of shit going on. So those are different frequencies embedded onto the V103, the 103.3 radio wave frequency. Okay, so you know, I'm sure the telepathy has to work the same way. When you broadcast to a human, whatever their frequency is, then I could hear somebody with a deep voice or a high-pitched noise or whatever. You could hear whatever. It's different frequencies that you could hear on your channel, on your frequency, because it's an embedded signal. Now, I guess maybe I should look into more of how that works, but I feel like there's more important things. So the more important things are to come out of phase one. Come out of phase one where you're mind blown. Where you're mind blown and you're very confused, you're very vulnerable. They're doing live streams and you look like a fool. You believe everything they say. Don't ever believe anything they say. Don't believe what you hear. You can hardly believe what you see. If you hear them coming from the right of your house or the left of your house, they're probably somewhere else in their living room sitting on their couch, and they can control these settings and make it seem however they want to make it seem. So you really can't say, oh, you know, I know this neighbor's in on it, I know that person's in on it, because they can put somebody else on neural monitoring and they can use that person's voice setting and make you believe that it's that person. Okay, they might make you think your parents are in on it. They're probably not. It's your parents. Why would they do that to you? They probably give it to you. And then you'd be EMF, artificial telepathic person that may or may not decide to be a gang stalker. Now, let me make myself real clear about this, okay? All of the people out there, now I'm going to be the one, okay? I'm going to be the one. So everybody just get used to that idea that I'm going to be the one to make the truth known, and hopefully I'll be the one to finally get neural monitoring and spread it around like wildfire, because everybody who thinks, oh, well, I didn't do anything to him, so when he gets the neural monitoring, I'm going to holler at Kevin and see what's up. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not supposed to holler at me. Sorry. If you sat here and watched me get tortured and watched my life get destroyed for years and years, don't think you're about to holler at me. Okay? I don't care if you're not a gang stalker or not. If you paid any attention and you had access and you didn't give it to me, you might have a problem. Nobody's going to be on remote getting gang stalked anymore, okay? You know, I don't know if the richest people in the world who own satellites and these governments and everybody else are going to dispose of me. But hopefully, if they do, my legacy can live on, because I know already I've got a lot of people on the right track, and that's what I want. That's what I want. Okay, I'm not trying to keep any secrets. If I find out everything and how it all works, then you find out everything and how it all works. Okay, so they should have gave me the neural monitoring before I became this jaded, because that's what it is now. So now they don't have a way out. Their only way out is to prolong this process and buy as much time as they can by attacking me and my accounts and my ability to expose them and spread this information. So that's what they do. That's all they can do. And they're all lost on mind control, and they're on drugs, and they don't have it together. And I'm smart, and I got a lot of people paying attention, and they can't watch everybody, and it's just not going to work out for you guys. It's not going to work out for you gang stalker people. And I love it when you come on here and call me an idiot and then delete the damn comment. But it's still in my notifications, but you make yourself look like you had a second thought, like, oh, never mind. I don't want Kevin Christian going in on me, calling me a gang stalker, because he probably would. So, come out of phase one. come out of phase one and stop letting them make you look stupid, okay? The tinfoil hats and all of this type of shit, it just don't work. If it appears to work, it's because they like you to look like an idiot wearing a tinfoil hat. So when you put one on, they turn off the shit that hurts, okay? Because they love you to look like an idiot with a tinfoil hat on for their live stream. That's what they thrive on. They make money off of this stuff, okay? So if you're watching my live stream, if you're connected to me when I go out on Saturday night and tear out the dance floor, and you think that since you didn't attack me, nah, you're a mind rapist. You're going to pay the price too. If nothing else, God's going to get you. Whatever God it is, God's going to get you, okay? Because you can't say there's not some sort of a good evil factor of this whole thing, and you're not on the right side of it, and you know it. So sit there and lie to yourself. That's what you're good at. Lie to yourself. All right, so when you come out of phase one and you start to understand what's going on, and you can calm down and realize that you have to do something about it. The police are not going to help you. The government is not going to help you. I've contacted the Department of Homeland Security and the CIA and the FBI and the Georgia State Patrol, and I've been to the local police, and I've talked to detectives, and I've done all of this many a times, okay? You name it. The NSA, I put in messages and contacts to all of these people, all of these entities many times, okay? I learned a long time ago, two years ago, that nothing's going to help. None of that's going to help. They all know about this, and they're not, look, they got the lobbyists at the pharmaceutical companies making $20 billion a year, shooting them $1 billion, saying, make sure that we don't pass any laws that get these people on the right track to discovering what's really going on, because they need everybody to have a psychological disorder, and hearing voices could definitely be considered a psychological disorder. So they'll put everybody on dummy pills and make money off of making everybody dumb. And when it was their technologies or their plan with the use of this technology to get it like it is, and that's how they want it. So you have to do something for yourself. All right, you got to do something for yourself. So when I say that, I mean follow my lead. All right, figure out the best ways you can come up with, or the ways I've told you, to record artificial telepathy and EMF broadcast, audio and video. All right, make accounts about it and put it out everywhere and talk about it. Come out public and talk about it. Talk about it calmly, respectfully, and intelligently, because if you act like some sort of crackhead, then obviously you're not going to be very credible. So you have to understand the basics of what you're talking about and what's going on. Stay calm. They're not going to kill you. They're not going to kill you. Everybody's watching. Everybody's watching, and they just want to live stream. So I'm going to put out some videos of myself in phase one. All right, so once you go through phase one, and then you get your foot in the door and get planted down on phase two, and start to put some content out there and make it known what's going on, and make everybody start to think, well, maybe you're not crazy, maybe you know what's going on, but stay successful at your normal life. Don't let these people have you laying in the bed all the time. Get a job, go out, go to the club, go to the game, go to the bar, go to dinner. Do something as much as you can. Talk to people, talk to a lot of people, okay? Talk to local people. You don't have to tell everybody this is going on. I mean, in my case, people find out. I can't give you my Facebook without you knowing that something's going on, but it's okay, because on one hand, it hinders my ability to have social relationships. At the other hand, it enhances my ability to have social relationships. I've met thousands of people, and you know, if I wanted a girlfriend, I could probably have a girlfriend due to all of this publicity and everything else. So it's good and it's bad. All right, and then at this point, I'm trying to enter a new phase. Really learning the advanced things about how they do it, which is the internet coding part, and you know, the psychological part becomes more and more advanced. Maybe I'll go through one day. I'm not not a psychiatrist or even a psychologist or anything else, but you know, that's another thing I'm interested in, is psychology, because psychology could be solved with neuromonitoring, because you can know how people think. So if somebody's got a real psychological disorder, um, at the very least, you could diagnose it precisely and understand it fully. So, um, you know, this technology is used for all the wrong reasons, uh, and by all the wrong people, apparently. I'm amazed that nobody's come out and said something, but I'm sure somebody will decide that they want to switch up to the good side, and quit being all kind of Darth Vader style with their life, because it's not going to end well, and you know it. So right now, I'm going to enter into this new phase. I have been, and I'm going to maybe start to um, maybe I'll start to write down the different things to catalog or categorize the different phases of neuromonitoring, and kind of where I'm at with it. But um, maybe that's something for the future, because I'm on a roll right now. So this is something I'm going to talk about more. This video is getting a little long, so um, everybody feel free to hit me up on Messengers, Kevin Christian, or you know, the YouTube um, comments or whatever. Like my page, subscribe, check out. I got about 1,000 videos. I got about 15,000 SoundClouds. A lot of them are me talking too. I was doing this, me talking about this before YouTube. So I started on YouTube by doing the cloud evaporating. There's no clouds today, but I'm gonna do some more of that too, because it doesn't stop. As long as you have the broadcast coming to you, you can focus on certain clouds, or you can focus on clouds and make them evaporate, even gigantic, huge ones, and have people going, "What the hell?" It's really strange, and it proves that it proves that neuromonitoring and EMF broadcasts affect the weather and the atmosphere. So that's what's going on right now. I'm going to dig into this topic even more, and I still want to get into my list of things that I've been made a gigantic list of videos I want to do while I was away, and so I'm going to get into that. But just hit me up, and look out for that me on a psycho situation, phase one, trying to figure out what the hell was going on, because I'm gonna put some of those videos out too, just to let y'all know how it was for me, and that that I wasn't always real calm about it, and how it is when you first become on neuromonitoring and artificial telepathy.